Hey, beautiful people. I didn't forget about you last week. For whatever reason, the video would not, sorry about that. The video would not load at all. I did have a collective message for you guys. Quite frankly, I don't remember it either. I try to get back around to giving you guys a collective message. Maybe that was the message that was supposed to go out. I'm just going to check it up to that and call it a darn day. However, I've been meditating on you guys' cards for this week's collective reading, and I'm not going to be shady about what I saw, so I'm just going to tell you. The cards that popped out was a bunch of sad cards, like Three of Swords, Five of Cups in reverse, which is a good card altogether, but that means that something sad has happened or whatever, or it's going to happen and you're going to have regrets about it, but you can't cry about spilled milk. Seven of Swords popped out. It was just not great, so I was kind of scared to do the collective message right now. However, the first thing that popped into my head was Saturn return, which is not Saturn return, Saturn goes direct on Wednesday. And basically what that means to you is any of the karma that you have built up while it has been retrograde has been building up. Even those who have done you shady, or if you've done other people shady, and you haven't seen repercussions for that, your life is about to blow up in ways that you wouldn't even imagine. How that karma is actually going to fall, I don't know. But God bless you if you was out there doing some shady shit. Now, on the other hand, if things has been done to you and or you have been planting seeds the right way and waiting for a return, your blessings is going to fall down. Is it going to happen like Christmas Day on Wednesday, the 18th? No. Time is not linear. That means that things fall whenever it needs to be, when it needs to be done, or when it's perfect for your life, okay? However, that was the first thing I thought of, because for people that have been doing some bad things, stuff is going to come out in the wash, basically. So don't be surprised if you see people calling you and you hear these horrible stories, but they cover them up and you like, why that happened to you? They ain't telling you everything. There's some things that they did. I don't know where this is coming from, but some things that they did, because they're not telling you the whole story. That's all I'm saying. Because random shit just don't happen. Granted, it does. But to some degree, there's an action and a reaction to everything. That's all I'm saying. However, anyway, let's get to this message. Lord Jesus, I pray that whoever is here to hear the message, and whoever is here to see the message, see the message. I pray that my own intellect does not get in the way to skew the message. I pray that my ministering warrior and guardian angels is here to keep me open, to be a conduit to give the message as it should. Amen. Amen. Let's get this show on the road. Whew. Okay, that's enough. Let's split the deck. Central issue. Five of Wands. You guys already know that Five of Wands is my internal conflict card. Crossed by Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. That's how it came out. Root of it all. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. In the past, 10 of Swords in the reverse. Above it all, Knight of Pentacles. In the near future, 9 of Cups. Yay! Which is what we should expect during the course of the week. What's this card? I'm so sorry. What is this card? The Eight of Pentacles in the reverse is our approach, how we should go about something or how something is coming about to us. Um, what to expect now we expect. What we don't know now we know sector. The Six of Swords in reverse. Hopes and fears. Five of Cups in reverse. All these reversals, jeez. Only thing I can't complain about is the two happiest cards in the spread so far is in the upright. I'm not going to complain about that. And our outcome. Wow. Six of Cups in reverse. So, Six of Cups is one of those cards that are directly tied to, I'm sorry, you guys. I usually don't see the card at the bottom of the deck until the very end as advice, but I happen to see it, and it is the Three of Swords. Before I was going to say that, typically you guys already know that I do not talk about relationships because I primarily focus on us as individuals and what we can do better for ourselves. However, if another individual happens to pop up in the spread, I do address that. I'm not that dumb or naive. However, Six of Cups is one of those cards that's always tied to another for me. It's memories shared in the past. It is children even, good or bad. That's what this card is. But our outcome card is the Six of Cups in reverse. That lets me know that the memories tied to the past ain't that great to begin with. I will reiterate that Saturn goes direct this week. So those who are in relationships, everything that has happened up until this point that you think that your significant other or even yourself has gotten away with, things is going to come out in the wash, good, bad, or indifferent. But whatever the case may be, Saturn is the planet of time, karma. It is known as the teacher of the zodiac. It also puts limitations on us to help us mature up in certain areas in our lives, right? And when it goes retrograde, we tend to feel Saturn most like clogs in the pipes, you know? Things tend to come to a stop. Motion does not go forward. We wonder why we can't get past a certain issue. It's for it to highlight in our lives where we need to look at things in a different perspective. How can we mature up in this area and to move forward once it goes direct? How can we navigate life in a different way for our own betterment, right? And I think that's all I was supposed to say because it completely went blank. But I'll get back around to it when it comes back, I guess. Anywho, so current issue, internal conflict with ourselves. You know, this is us right now, right? It can be external conflict, but the external conflict is very petty. You know, competition. It can be petty arguments. Strategizing, but not very smart about it. Trying to prove a point, but the point is meaningless, or the point was pushed to the limit where, like, really you have to go there to prove it when you could have just told me type shit. You know, that's what this is, you know, on the external. On the internal, it's more for going back and forth in your own head. You know, what should I do? What shouldn't I do? When it's usually an individualized card for me, you're stuck on a particular issue. Is it festering? Yes. Has it manifested to the outside? No, not yet. But I've already said that this spread automatically is involving someone else. So if this is external, which I believe it will be, or is, then this is what you are currently dealing with your partner. This came out in a reverse, which is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is your investment card. You know, waiting for your harvest, reassessing something. You know, is it worth it? Should I put in more? Should I bail out and take what I have and go? You know? Um, and I think that's what the internal conflict has been, whether that has been you individually or you and another. Is it worth it? Should I continue? You know, I put 7 pentacles in, but do I want to stick around to add 3 more to get to my happiness? You know, add to my legacy with the 10 of Pentacles, right? You're reassessing that right now. And that's the challenge. And if that's the challenge, then obviously you haven't been doing that. You've been plowing away, putting in seeds, and now you're at the 7, and it's begging you, hey, make some decisions about this. Are you sure this is what you want? Do you want to put in more time, effort, into this and continue forward? Or maybe you should bail right now, right? At the root of the matter, we got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. It's a lot of pentacles in this deck. So that lets me know you put in time, effort, and time, effort, and time and effort into this, whatever this relationship is. But currently, right now, you're not doing anything about it. You're not collaborating with the other, not even at a small level, with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. The conversation's there for this thing to work. It's not there. The effort is not there. You might have the time, but even if you put in a lot of time in whatever this is, you're still at a rudimentary level. In the past, once upon a time, there was betrayal. Not just any betrayal or hurt of any kind. It was there. You're over it. And probably that's why this is our challenge card. The 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Because you already been here, right? It hurt. Do you think you can get past it? Should you invest more, right? Whatever the case may be, the spread is telling you, remember. That's why it's in the past. Above it all, Knight of Pentacles. If this is the other person and you're considering putting in more time into this relationship, if this person is in the upright, then whatever they're doing it slowly. This is the slowest knight in a deck. And to be honest, this knight automatically means 6 months to me. As a collective, 6 months. You either have to wait 6 months before this person comes around, or it's been 6 months and you're like, what the fuck? Nothing has changed. If this is you, the same thing can apply. Same thing can apply. And or if you're already here and you've been investing and you want to do more and even contemplating about doing more, you're doing it very slowly. And I think if you are doing it very slowly, it's because your gut is already telling you, something's not right. Before you put in more, before you take another step, before you start moving forward again, because this is an earth card. Once earth elements start moving, it's really hard to stop. You figure you got something going and you're going against the grain, and to slow down and come to a stop again, it's going to be just as hard to get going again, as far as doing the right thing. Next. 9 of Pentacles is what we should expect over the course of the week, right? 9 of Pentacles, this is our individualized wish fulfillment. We're happy about what we're doing, He's looking back, assessing that, like, wow, I finally got here, all this work that I put in. We've been through all the stages of the cups from ace all the way to 9. 1 more cup is 10. 1 more cup usually shows a family being happy, a collective unit being happy, not an individual. So whatever decision that you have made is for yourself, not the other. In their approach, we got the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Studious, diligent, putting in work, time, effort. In the reverse, we're not doing that. You gave up on something. AKA, fuck that shit. That's what this is. Like, I give up. There's not much more to say about this card. That's their approach. Whoever's in a relationship with you, or if they're in vice versa, that's where they're at. I'm not willing to put in more time here. I'm not willing to put effort into the details. Nothing. I'm not working. This is the Sun in Virgo card. Virgos work. By default, Virgos, Virgo risings, Virgo suns, Virgo moons, we pay attention to the details. We make sure we are a service to another. You know, that's what brings us fulfillment to some regard. And if you got me personally, I'm a Virgo rising. If I don't want to put in effort with you, it literally means I don't see potential there. I don't see a long-term goal. I don't want to waste my motherfucking time. No. I won't do it at all. That's me personally. Into our next card, we have what to expect now. We expect factor. What we need to know now. We know sector is the Six of Swords in reverse. In the upright, you see a bundle of 4 cards together and 2 by themselves, right? And this is typically a person that's moving from turbulent thoughts to a calm area, right? And I always say, about time they get to the calm area, they've already made the decision with the 2 swords that are pointing down together. They've already come to an agreement with something they decided to do. Once they get to the other side, the other 4 cards are together. Once you get to the other side, there is rest. However, in the reverse for me, you're stuck trying to make a decision. What should I do? Should I stay here or should I move the fuck on? In the reverse, I would typically say that you decide to stay here, wherever you're at. But in this case, with all the other cards around it, no, I take that back. It's almost like giving up. Like, I don't give a shit. That's what I feel from this card. I really don't give a shit. You know? And not far as moving on emotionally to where you need to go to next. That can very much be the case here. You already know what you need to do, but you don't want to do it. Or, I just don't give a fuck about this whole situation, so I'm not even going to think about it anymore. I'm getting a little bit of both from this card, whoever this is for. But I'm getting a little bit of both. But obviously, there's wish fulfillment during the course of the week by making some decision, whether that is moving forward with the significant other, or person, place, or thing, or deciding you're not going to do anymore. In the hopes, fears, catch-22 section, we have the 5 of Cups in reverse. Hope, not feeling no ways about the spilled cups, and focusing on the 2 behind you. In the fear is being stuck and trapped in the ideal of regret. Not much more to say about that. In the outcome card, which is the 6 of Cups in reverse, whoever you have this tie with, whether it's children, emotions, memories, looking back on it wasn't that great. It's in reverse. Reverse usually means negative, unless the card means a negative in the upright. In the reverse, it can mean the adverse. But this is a good card in the upright. Happy memories and children and, you know, emotions and stuff. Your outcome is in the reverse. I told you guys already that I've seen the bottom of the deck, which is 3 of Swords. Whatever decision you are trying to make right now, which I see in the spread. The spread was very easy to come to me this time. Oh, excuse me. There's two cards that really stick out to me. And that's the Five of Wands and the Six of Swords in reverse. But everything else says that you've made a decision in some way, regard, or another. And you've been contingent about doing that. Our challenge was the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, actually following through with that. Taking the time to reassess whether this is what I want to continue to do or not. I privy this reading by saying Saturn goes direct this week. That's karma, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. It's coming for you. Will it happen on Christmas Day? No, it will not. You might not feel the effects of Saturn until later on down the line. But best to believe it, that alarm clock goes off for everyone. Now, when you decide to actually wake up, it's another. That's how Saturn works. Not only that, but it has reassessed everything in its view of all that you have done. And it says, yeah, I might have been asleep at the wheel, but I'm up now. And you best to believe it, I won't go back in that backlog and see what you've been doing. And I might be a little late, but I want to get you. Good, bad, or indifferent. If you've been doing the right thing, then sure, you're going to get the benefits of that. If you've been doing wrong, same thing. I will not be shocked if things come to a head for a lot of people this week. Privy to. Where they will have no choice but to make a decision. I said at the beginning of this reading that this reading does feel like another person. Whether it's you or the other person, the overall outcome is the Three of Swords. Somebody's getting hurt. Sucks. But I only dig when I need to, and this message was very well rounded. That is all. Thank you, people, for coming through and seeing my video. If you really liked what I had to say today, it would be awesome if you give me a like and subscribe. However, if you did not, come back next time. Views is always nice. Views is always nice. You guys will see me again next week for another collective message, unless God brings me out a little bit sooner than later. Until then, peace.